This is the new brawler KENJI, the new legendary samurai of Brawl Stars. But is he also the most powerful legendary? Well, that's what we're going to find out today because I'm going to tell you all about this new brawler, starting with his biography. This samurai has swapped his katana for kitchen utensils to run his family's sushi restaurant in Star Park. He seems to be hiding something about his past, but his sushi is so delicious that nobody cares. KENJI has two skins. The first is the classic sushi man with a headless sliced fish on his back, which is quite funny and stylish at the same time. And the second skin, which is KENJI Fruit Samurai. It's the same theme. Samurai, only now instead of sushi, he's basically a fruit ninja player. And that watermelon was one hell of a combo he made. Sorry guys, I got carried away. I love Fruit Ninja too. And that's the way to master the new brawler KENJI. Towards the end, we see a new sticker, a new player icon, which is one of the coolest I've ever seen in Brawl Stars. This gold samurai face, completely bizarre. And the samurai title. To be a real swordsman, you have to have that title. And obviously, this is the first time I'm going to get off my lazy ass and go for it, okay? You're welcome. And those are the stickers for this new brawler. For those of you who collect pins like Lucas, I'm showing you all of them firsthand. The epic ones are really cool. After all, everyone will want a sticker like this. And the legendary one is the famous slap on the forehead to mock your opponent. And this one is the voice of the new brawler.
Tuna time! Samurai slash!
This was certainly dubbed by a Japanese person. It's anime dubbing, because I collect samurai swords. Triple wield style. Oh my god, I've done it again. KENJI has 7,600 life points and a very fast movement speed. In other words, you'll be able to move like a horse running across the map. And his attack is a little different because he has two types of attack. The charge damage is 1000 and the slash damage is 2000. The recharge speed is very fast and the range is short. In other words, it's a tank type brawler. And another thing, it has a very special attribute. It recovers health whenever it takes damage, which is very strong. And we'll start by testing the first accessory and the first star power. Let's start with the first star power, which gives 30% more range to charge attacks. That big cut you see there. And if you've understood the mechanics of this brawler, it's fast thinking, just like Lucas's. The first attack is a normal attack, and the first attack is a normal attack. The first attack is a normal attack, and the second is a charge. But the first one that makes a dash, like Mortis. This is where the first accessory comes in. For the next 3 seconds, it turns every attack into a charge. You become a Mortis Samurai for 3 seconds. For example, Bot Frederico is going to run away from me with his ult. I turn on the accessory and hunt it down at lightning speed because my attack recharges very quickly. And now we're going to see the healing attribute for ourselves. Bot Frederico will leave me with a low life. And now I'm going to unload all my attacks on him. We can see that there are 2 types of cure, 350 and 700. Now let's test the second accessory with the second star power. Basically, this star power gives me a 90% shield if I don't receive any attacks for 5 seconds. Now, Bot Frederico is going to turn on his hypercharge and unload an ultimate ability on KENJI's shield. 800 damage. It's the strongest shield I've ever seen in my life. What's more, in 5 seconds, I've got it back. Man, that's wonderful for combat, my friend. You get the idea, right? That it's broken. You have, right? Editor, write it on the screen. It's broken for everyone who doesn't understand but can read and understand properly. Now, Bot Frederico is going to leave KENJI with a very low life. He's made the first attack, then one more, then another, and I'm going to use my accessory. It recovers 75% of my life and gives me a protective bubble for a few seconds. That's just broken, man. And this is KENJI's victory screen. And this is his defeat screen. He disappears from the screen. It's time to test the ult of this new brawler. It's one of the most satisfying I've ever seen in the history of Brawl Stars. Basically, the brawler teleports and makes an X-shaped cut with its blade. And that way, he can literally jump over the wall and teleport back to his place of origin. Is that cool or not? And if we change the star power to the first, the ult gets even bigger. That leaves a huge X. This way you can wipe out all the little robots in your range. Exactly, because the total damage if we hit both attacks, it's 5,200. Let's test how far KENJI can jump through the water. First test, there are 6 squares. Bot Frederico is over there, took the slice. In the second test, we have 7 squares of water. Take that, Frederico. The funniest thing is that if you hit the full ult, it almost carries another ult. Broken. 8 squares away. He jumped and still managed to hit Bot Frederico. 9 squares away. I don't think it's going to work. It literally didn't work, damn it. The limit is 8 squares. Now we'll find out just how good KENJI is at breaking power cubes. After all, when you get into a fight, you know that breaking power cubes is very important. And from the looks of it, he's extremely good at breaking the cubes, because he doesn't limit himself to just one cube, but to everyone in his range, which is very, very broken. That's right. And with 16 cubes of power, your ult is sure to become much more powerful than it already was. But can it do more than 10,000 damage? We'll see. Oh my god, that was 13,500 damage. Very strong. Now we'll find out how long it takes KENJI to defeat the Thief Vault with just his basic attacks. And speeding up is extremely satisfying, and it takes him 59 seconds to break the vault. Which is it takes a long time, doesn't it? And a very common question that has arisen is the following. Which of the new Brawl Stars brawlers is the most powerful? Mo or the new legendary KENJI? We're going to find out now in the fight arena. The perfect place to lose, folks. After all, anyone who likes battles knows that that's what happens. I started in the middle, after all, I'm a tank. And now with this shield, I can sacrifice the shield and stick on this new brawler. Okay, he didn't even have a chance, man. Even though I sharpened my katana on the wall. But now comes the question we want to know so much about. What about KENJI against the legendaries? And to find out, we're going to do a test with the last 5 legendaries released. Chester, Cordelius, Kit, Draco, and KENJI himself against himself. Our first battle will be against Chester. He's even wearing a new skin. Chester's no joke. You can't think he's a joke because this brawler is very strong. Healed. That's a broken cure, for God's sake. Let's be honest that healing was very broken. My shield is back up. I sliced it. Healed. Man, I didn't even understand what happened here, but it was epic. Now we have the famous Cordelius. He's in the top 5 strongest brawlers for sure. We're in for a real treat here. First, I have to be smart and spend my first shield. Get my life back. Dude, he threw me into the second dimension, but he couldn't do anything. 2 points for KENJI. The next brawler is Kit. Everyone hates Kit in combat because he's practically a combat pest. And now I'm pretty sure that KENJI is much more powerful than him, even though he's wearing this very cool skin. Oh, he's invisible, huh? Now it's on. I see you're there. Take that. I healed. You jumped wrong. That's not possible. I want to hit my ult. You see, it doesn't hit the back of the sword. Now I jump at him. I'll slice him lightly. Oh boy, I teased the cat. I've cured my life and I've won. No, this brawler here is Immortal Clan. He's immortal. This accessory with the shield is a... What am I talking about? The next brawler is Draco with this extremely cool Draco Nightmare skin. Look at this Draco, guys. It's not going to be too difficult to finish him off. Let's use our full attacks. Okay, I underestimated Draco. Draco is strong. I jumped him. I made a mistake. I healed myself. I have to be careful. All right. I faltered by a millimeter of a second, by a thousandth of a second, and I lost. Now we have our classic reverse battle. KENJI against KENJI, but I'm using the second star power, the second accessory. And Bot Frederico is wearing his first star power, his first accessory. I think my combination is more powerful. After all, I have a shield and I still recover life. I jumped just as he did and finished him off. When 2 brawlers jump, the one who jumps always wins. I hope you enjoyed this new brawler as much as I did. Cheers, your friend Lucas. Stay with God. Bye. Let's go!